If you're struggling with time and endless to-dos, delegation is a powerful skill to get your life back. Before we dive into the video, I just want to give a bit of story behind how this video topic came up. A few months ago, I was questioning if I wanted to continue doing optometry or do programming. So I ended up posting a lot of content about learning how to code. This attracted a lot of feedback from my optometry colleagues, a lot of them wanting to learn how to code. So I set the material on how to code and I created more content around learning how to code. But the problem wasn't learning to code or creating the habit. The problem was having enough time to code. And a lot of these people couldn't quit their full-time jobs or reduce their working hours. The reason was they had mortgages to pay, they had mouths to feed, and also bills to pay. For me, I had the luxury of being able to quit a full-time job, move back home with my parents, and work full-time. But I understand a lot of people don't have this particular luxury. So this video is really for you. How do you create time? Well, the answer is delegation. So what is delegation? When I asked my friends, they gave me a hilarious story about how they delegated tasks between them and their partner. Not quite what I meant. What I meant was delegating is basically when you outsource a particular task, you pay someone to do that task for you. Now, when I proposed that idea to my friends, a lot of them thought I was crazy because why would you pay someone to do something that you could do? Wouldn't you rather just save that money? Okay, I want you to remember that these people earn decent money, and it's likely that you earn some decent money too. And you're probably thinking I'm crazy because why would you pay someone to do a particular task when you could do it yourself and save that money? Okay, so before you click away, please hear me out. The reason behind this is that we're really told how to save. Saving is like a dopamine rush. We aren't really told to save our time. Now, I just want to shift your guys' mind for a second here. We have to remember that the amount of money you earn isn't finite. However, every second that passes away, your time gets less and less and less. There's no way to create time. Now, I want to come back to saving. Saving isn't necessarily a bad thing, but oversaving is. The problem with oversaving is you get to a situation where you try and save as much money as possible, but you don't value your time. Life is go, go, go. You're not able to live the life that you want. Now, I really want to hit this idea hard. There's a book called A Millionaire's Fastlane by MJ DeMarco. There's a funny story in there where he talks about people lining up for hours just to save $6 to get some free chicken. So the main point here is people don't realize how finite their time is. They don't value their time. They're willing to give up their time just to get $6. Now, I'm hoping you kind of understand that money can be abundant, but time is scarce. And I want to say the most important asset is not the money in your bank account, the car you have, or your house. It's actually your well-being. If you have poor well-being, you'll have poor quality of life, and that can affect your income earning potential later on, as well as your happiness. And the reason for poor well-being is not having time to look after yourself. So in the case of my optometry colleagues, they had this dream of learning how to code, this yearning to learn how to code, but unfortunately they didn't have the time to do it. They had to give something up that they were passionate about because of the lack of time. So by now, I hope I'm convinced you that delegating is something that's worth looking at, but how do you figure out what particular tasks to delegate or outsource? So the first thing to do is to define your hourly rate. So this can be defined for your job. For example, my hourly rate is between $40 to $50. If that task is less than your hourly rate, then you're better off outsourcing that job. Let's say, for example, it takes you 2 hours to mow the lawn and clean your lawnmower, and that costs about $60. In my situation, I'm better to outsource it because 2 hours of my time is between $100 to $80. Okay, so now you've decided to outsource this lawn mowing job, or in my case, I've decided to outsource this lawn mowing job. And what's really important is that this time, this spare 2 hours of time is used wisely. So there could be time that's used to focus on my well-being. There could be time to read, to journal, to meditate, to even go to the gym, or just relax with family and friends and even your kids. Or that precious time could be used to work on your escape, onto learning how to code or working on your side business. And a lot of optometrists or my colleagues or people watching this video will have that disposable income to offer. If you don't, then you really need to look at your expenses. And I want to make the point that rather than saving the money in a bank account where it loses value due to interest, or putting into an index fund where you get a measly 8% return and you can only really access the money laid down track when the best years of your life are well behind you, put that money to use and invest in yourself. Invest in saving time. That money is being spent on your well-being. Delegation isn't just paying someone to do your household chores. Delegation is trusting someone else with the particular job that you do yourself. Delegation is being able to communicate what you want from the particular person you've hired. Delegation is also about giving feedback. And you have to realize you can't be good at everything. So in the case of me delegating, I've started delegating in this YouTube channel. And what I've been delegating is editing. So Peter, I want you just to say hi. For me, not only does Peter save me time, I'm able to use that energy to create content or come up with valuable content ideas for this YouTube channel. And that's where it's really important to construct a team, because some people will be better at things than you will be. It's your job to be able to communicate that idea and trust people. So by now, I'm hoping you find that delegation is actually a really powerful tool. It's a really powerful tool to avoid burnout. I've made a video about burnout here in Optometrist, so I really encourage you to check out the video. Other than that, thanks for watching. Take care, talk soon, and stay focused. Another point too is I can only do so much of editing. Another point too is I can only do so much with editing. So Peter will be a better editor than I will be.